Melissa here. Welcome back to my channel. And Chris from, I think it's Wax Books and Whimsy is her new channel name. Formerly Dazzling Scents with Chris. So it's Wax Books and Whimsy. She tagged me in your top favorite vendors. So I want to participate. Mine's going to be slightly, well, in all fairness, I've only gotten to watch Chris's. Mine will be slightly different because there is a tie for 5th place. Like, I just couldn't pick between the two. So I technically have 6, but to me, the 5th spot is tied. So it was just too close to call. Replayed the video, and I still couldn't call it. So I want to start mine out with the vendors that I hear a lot about, but I just haven't gotten to purchase myself. I've been gifted a few things here or there from a couple of them. One of them being the Candle Nurse. I've never even sniffed her wax. She's on my to-do list this year. I'm crossing my fingers, hoping it works out that I can like buy something because I'd really love to try. I know it was one of Chris's top favorites, so I really want to try her stuff. Emily, Sweet 2 Cents, Lori sent me a couple samples. Oh my gosh, the one sample, I'm over the moon. Dale loved it. So I'm pretty sure I'd really enjoy Sweet 2 Cents, but I can't add Heather to my list because I haven't even melted it. I've only smelled like 3 samples. Britta's, I've had a couple things gifted to me, but I haven't been able to purchase, so it's hard for me to list, again, people I haven't purchased from personally. Now, the few things that I have been gifted from Destination Wax, I've really enjoyed. But I feel because I haven't purchased from Destination Wax, I can't use, so unfortunately they can't make my list because I haven't purchased from them yet, but I want to. It's again another to-do list. I've tried a couple things that I've been gifted from the Bathing Garden, but again, I haven't gotten to purchase anything, so I don't feel like I can comment on their stuff. So, and then Traverse City, I haven't ever purchased from them. I haven't even ever tried anything from Traverse City, so I feel like I can't make a claim to Traverse City. So, 38 Cents is another one. I think I've tried, I think someone gifted me a sample, but I haven't tried their stuff. I hear good things about them. So, I feel bad that I can't name these people because I don't have experience with their stuff. I'm fairly new to vendor. All right, so the people that were in the running, because I have bought from them and I would have loved to have named them. Well, okay, so I take that back. 2 people on the list that also go down, sorry. That I haven't gotten a purchase from. Harper James, I've only been gifted Harper James. What I've been gifted has worked really well, and same with K's. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to actually purchase, so I feel like I can't talk about K's or Harper James. So now we'll start the list of the ones that I have purchased from. So Southbound, I really enjoyed, I think it was called Fright Night. I did make one purchase of just that from them, and it works really well. But because I haven't purchased more than that, I feel like I can't name them. So they dropped out of the running. I really, truly adore Super Tarts, like a lot, but I've only made one Wax Wednesday purchase. Her stuff works really, really well in my house. I'd love to put them in the running, but I can't really name them as a favorite because I haven't purchased a lot. I would love to name Hayden Rowe. I think in my first video, they were like right up there, and then right after that, like they were my number 1 or something like that on my very first video. Well, I can't because right after that they quit making wax melts, and I was like, what? Because Hayden Rose stuff would last for 3 days, easy, and my stuff worked really well with my Scentsy. So again, I feel like obviously I can't name them. So the first vendor I ever purchased from was L3. They changed hands, and because I feel like you have to let that, well, in a Scentsy warmer, you have to let that wax cure for a year for it to perform really well. I haven't really purchased since they changed hands, so I don't know. I feel like I can't really put them in the running because I don't know since they've changed hands how it goes, so I don't want to do that. Zape has a really special place in my heart. I really enjoy Zape, but there wasn't enough room. Otherwise they probably would have been up there too. CQ handcrafted wax melts. I've had good luck with her stuff. I really enjoy her aesthetic. But again, I just didn't have enough spots. Swanky, I haven't actually purchased. I've only done D-stashes. Her stuff is really pretty. I do kind of have to baby that one though. They don't work great in big spaces with Scentsy, and so I do end up doing Swanky in the office, which is a small bedroom converted into an office, and I have a 40 watt warmer, a 25 watt warmer that gets super hot, in a mini warmer, ceramic mini warmer in that very small bedroom. So that's one that I feel like I have to baby. Love Knowles Farm Scents, love Knowles. I don't always get prolonged performance, I should say, prolonged performance from their stuff. So it's nice and strong in the beginning. But I don't always get success having it last all day. It just depends on the blend sometimes. So if it was like top 10, Knowles would have been up there. Same with Lavender and Speckles. Love Beth so much. She's such a sweetheart. It's just I don't have enough spots. So unfortunately, like she came down to the, wish I could name them, but I don't have enough spots. And I prefer for the Scentsy warmers, I actually prefer in the bigger space. Like up in the office, I can use either the shapes or the olive oil blend. Down here, the olive oil wax works better for me. So yet another like reason that I couldn't just say. But yeah, had it been the top 10, Knowles Farms and Lavender and Speckles and Zape and CQ handcrafted and Super Tarts would have made it. But okay, so my top 5/6. I'm gonna go in order. So the two that I just couldn't make a decision on, like I mean they're pretty equal in the fact that I actually seek out the website and look to see what they're doing on pre-orders. I'm actually very interested in and I get sad if I miss out on their pre-orders sometimes. So the number 5 spot is tied with Salt Mountain Melts and Second and Spruce. Second and Spruce, love her aesthetic, and I mean she does the cutest presentations on stuff. Her wax is very strong and Scentsy. Like I can use it down here and it more than fills up my spaces. Love that. Love that so much. So works. I mean, that's kind of one of the things that makes you a favorite of mine is if you work nice and strong and long in my Scentsy warmers. Salt Mountain Melts, I never have a problem with her stuff. It always fills up my space. It's easy to cut. I love, love, love Salt Mountain Melts too. So, I mean, they're pretty tied. On strength, performance with Scentsy warmers. Feeling sad if I miss out. So the fourth spot actually goes to Teddy Bees, although I well, no, I'm actually, oh, you guys, I don't know. I know my number one, that's easy, but second, third, and fourth spaces are kind of tied. All three of them could shift around. I really love Teddy Bees because the blends are just gorgeous, sophisticated, beautiful. The only reason why at first I kind of put it down on the fourth spot was because of performance. I don't always get performance down here. I do have to let that one at least cure 6 months to get good performance in Scentsy. Now, when I talk about, it's not like I have open concept, but in a way I do. I have French doors that divide my dining room and my living room. They're always open, so in a way I guess you could consider it open concept. And then, you know, it goes right out to my kitchen, a half bath. But I mean, to me, they're average ceilings, they're average size rooms. If anything, maybe slightly on the small, cozy side. I don't know, I don't really feel like I have big rooms. But I have to baby Teddy Bees. A lot of times I have to let it cure. And that's because I'm using Scentsy. If I had other warmers, I invest so much money into Scentsy warmers because I specifically love Scentsy warmers. I don't get worried about leaving them on 24/7 because they've created them to work lower temperature and be safe. They've done a lot of safety stuff, testing and stuff to make them safe. Now, in the past, before I joined Scentsy, I did use other warmers, like Yankee Candle, Walmart, and I left them on 24/7. When Ursula would pet sit, she would go around and turn them off, and I'd come home and I'd be like, you didn't have to turn them off. She's like, I worry. So, I mean, I've left the other kind on 24/7, but I actually don't ever get concerned with Scentsy the way I would the other kind. Especially with several cats that I've rescued. I know when Creamy was little, he knocked my Be Kind warmer. Thankfully, they were still offering them at the time so I could get a replacement. He knocked it off of the higher one, and he spilled, luckily, scoopable L3 scoopable wax on himself. And it was easy to get off because that's more oily and pliable. So we just wiped it off and it was fine. That worked out really, really well. But because it was Scentsy, it wasn't, I mean, sometimes the warmers get hot and the wax gets hot, but I don't know, like he was okay. And it got on my wall and my curtain and it came right off because it was scoopable. It was a real pale blue, so it didn't even stain anything. That worked out really well. So that's like another reason that I just prefer Scentsy warmers. So I have to, in order to get gorgeous performance, I put Teddy Bees upstairs in my office. Again, that's a 40-watt warmer from Scentsy, a 25-watt, very hot, and a mini. And that room is probably 2/3 the size of this one. It's smaller than this this dining room. I don't know, it does really well up there. I mean, I can get days out of Teddy Bees up there, and it smells nice and strong. So I don't know. That's why I initially put them fourth, but that's one vendor I get very disappointed missing out on. Granted, they only do 3 or 4 pre-orders a year. I don't love RTS experience. So I'm just not an RTS kind of girl, so I prefer to do the pre-orders. So when I missed out on those ones, I mean, Second and Spruce is kind of the same way, where you only have so many a year. And if you miss them, you're just kind of bummed. The blends though, the blends are just absolutely magical. Blends alone, I kind of have to make Teddy B's second place. See, I had this all written out, you guys, and then now I'm changing it as I'm telling you. And then kind of tied Rose Girls and the Pharmacist's Daughter. Second and third. Or if I make Teddy B's second, then third and fourth. They could easily flip-flop. Rose Girls works not so much, and some bakery does. Like the Fruity Bakery works for me. But if it's like a vanilla heavy kind of a bakery, it doesn't perform very well for me. So that's why initially I had Pharmacist's Daughter first. And then I changed it and was like, yeah, but her fresh... she, again, like Second and Spruce, the vibrance of the fruit with Rose Girls kind of makes me excited about fruit, whereas Scentsy, not always. I mean, even other vendors, I'm just kind of like, meh. I have to say Salt Mountain Melts does a pretty good job too. You guys. Other than the number one spot, these five could, well, six could all pretty much change places. It's really hard. The Pharmacist's Daughter. I never have an issue with performance. I've loved all the blends that I've gotten. I'm trying to think. I think Deer Camp is the only one that I'm not sure. Oh no. I did get a blend with the Lord of Misrule with Rose Girls. I was kind of like, eh. And then the Dirt. I don't know. Pharmacist's Daughter, I haven't gotten to buy that many times, but some of their blends, I love so much. Like Coconut Crack. Oh my gosh. Like that's the best coconut ever. Sweetheart, which is like, kind of like a summer scoop kind of a blend. Oh my gosh, that's the best strawberry blend I've ever tried. So I just really, really, really love the Pharmacist's Daughter. But yet, kind of tied with Rose Girls. I love that they're already chopped with Rose Girls. They come in the squares, what I've bought. I don't know, I've gotten some phenomenal blends with Rose Girls. Like Strawberry Speechless. Oh, I love that. I can't remember the Squeeze Me Tight, maybe. Oh my gosh, the Satsuma in that is like phenomenal. I don't know, you guys, I really fairly equally love Rose Girls and the Pharmacist's Daughter. So... okay, here's what we're going to do. Number 2 is going to be Teddy B's, just on blends alone. That is worth babying to me, because when you can get it to work, it's absolute. Her blends are just off the charts. Like blends alone, you have to pick Teddy B's. Like that's my second biggest basket of wax is... a vendor wax is Teddy B's. So I kind of have to go Teddy B's is second place. Then I think Rose Girls and the Pharmacist's Daughter are tied for third and fourth. Yeah, third and fourth. And Second and Spruce and Salt Mountain Melts are tied for fifth and sixth. Like I just can't pick between these vendors. Like these are the vendors that I will actually try to make sure that I can get if I can. Obviously, Salt Mountain Melts, Second and Spruce, Rose Girls does it fairly often, so I don't feel as bad. Same with the Pharmacist's Daughter. They do it enough that I feel like I can get them. I'm not gonna like die. I think what puts Teddy Bees second is because they're even difficult to get in D stashes. Like, it's really hard to get Teddy Bees, like really, really hard. So, okay. I think you all know, if you've watched me enough, my number one vendor, Sassy Girl Aroma. Hands down, I love how pretty the brittles are. They store amazing. I never have to cure her wax. Just this little brittle square fills up my entire space equally to Scentsy. Equally. Equal performance to Scentsy, if not better than Scentsy sometimes. I've had mine for 2-3 years. They still perform just as well with Sassy Girl Aroma. I'm loving all of my stuff from Sassy Girl Aroma. She has such a variety of blends. I've never tried them all. I don't think it's possible. Even with her having taken off the year for the fire, there's no way I could try them. Tater jumped down and spilled the food. He jumped right on the food. I have to go sweep that up when we're done. But yeah, Sassy Girl Aroma, I just love. I love her stuff. I can use Scentsy warmers and it works equal to Scentsy, if not better. So, and I love her blends. I love her blends so much. She's so nice. She's always really great about doing her best to fulfill wish lists. And you guys, before the fire, she would have these huge, kind of like Teddy Bees. But I mean, in all fairness, I mean, Julie was having them, Julie from Sassy Girl was having them every month. And it was like this list of 50, and they're like, I want them all. I want them all. I mean, that's the most I've ever spent on a vendor. Teddy Bees is second. I want to try all of Teddy Bees, and I want to try all of Sassy Girl Aroma, but I can also say that with the other vendors. It's hard. Very few have I disliked from these vendors. Granted, I haven't tried Pharmacist's Daughter enough, but I've just been so in love with the performance. Again, it's right up there. I mean, these are all fairly equal. Mine is Teddy Bees. If you baby it, I get good performance. Like upstairs, small space, like where I do Teddy Bees. Hi, Michael. He's staring at me. I get good performance. So I feel like, because when I do get good performance and it's just absolutely gorgeous and it just lights up my day, Teddy Bees has to be second, regardless. But yeah, I'm just over the moon with Rose Girls, Pharmacist's Daughter, Second and Spruce, because I've never had someone make me love fruit the way that Erica made me love fruit. Like, and they feel, instead of that waxy artificial, her fruit feels authentic. Her stuff is nice and strong. I never have to microwave it to cut it. I love that. Sassy Girl, you just break the brittle. Love that. The Pharmacist's Daughter is always easy to, I can't remember. It's been so long since I've chopped her stuff. I can't remember if I have to melt it. I don't remember. Rose Girls, they always come in the shapes. Salt Melt melts. I don't ever have to microwave it. It cuts beautifully. Teddy Bees almost always cuts beautifully. Yeah, so, I mean, I have had loaves from Julie, and then you do kind of have to microwave those. Otherwise, they'll crumble all to heck. But I usually just buy the brittles. Yeah, so you guys, I hope that's fun to hear. I hope it's helpful. ever since I first experienced Sassy Girl, she's been my number one. I love how easy it is to store those brittles. I love everything but the brittles. Although when you get down to like this much, or you get it in a round robin or gift or friend mail and it's all broken to heck, then it can be a little bit hard to stand up and you have to lay them down. But her bag of blocks works nice. I just feel like I get a better bang for my buck when I do the brittles, because I only need one brittle piece in each warmer, but I have a gazillion warmers. Whereas I feel like you get less wax in the bag of blocks because I put one whole block, and that's way more than I would use of a brittle, if that makes sense. So that's why I just prefer brittles. Yeah. The thing with Rose Girls is I feel like and maybe it's me panicking from other people talking about it. I haven't actually experienced it, but because enough people mentioned it that a year later it starts to lose scent performance. So I went and double bagged all my Rose Girls because I was like, I love this stuff and I don't want to lose scent. So I hurried up and double bagged it all. That would probably be the only drawback with Rose Girls. That the baker just doesn't perform the best for me. The vanilla heavy bakeries. I can't say I've had Salt Mountain Melts, Second and Spruce, or Pharmacist's Daughter lose performance over time. Like, they're still just as strong. I do double bag them if it looks like perhaps the scent when I chop things are, it does almost seem like it's gonna seep through the bag, and I might potentially lose it from chopping it. Then I go and double bag them if they look like something's not quite right there. But I don't know. Second Spruce, you don't have to worry about performance with Second Spruce. It's strong, and that's what I love about it. It's strong. Teddy Bees, I actually feel like it gets stronger the more it cures. So for me, Teddy Bees has an amazing shelf life. It's easy if you de-stash it. People always love to have it gifted. It always goes great in a round robin. I mean, it's a pretty solid investment when you do Teddy Bees, I think. If you just have tried it every which way in your house, I mean, definitely try every which way. Wait a year, try every which way. I promise you it's worth it. And if you've done all that and you still can't get it to work in like a small room, and then, I mean, I love Teddy Bees enough that I'm willing to go buy tea light warmers just to make it work. That's how gorgeous her blends are. And I think that's why I have to change as we're talking. I have to change. As I'm talking it through, I have to change Teddy Bees to number 2. I have to. It's my second. So my largest collection of vendor is Sassy Girl, and my second largest is Teddy Bees. Although I will say Teddy Bees is getting pretty equal. Getting pretty equal to Sassy Girl. They might even be even. If you saw how big that basket is. Yeah, so this could change a year, 2 years from now, because there are still a bunch of vendors I haven't actually purchased for myself, actually haven't had a ton of experience with. I know a lot of people love Dessa's too. I've just had a few pieces gifted to me, and it's been hit or miss for me. But again, Scentsy isn't always the best. Don't judge it. Well, unless you're like me and you just prefer Scentsy and you just don't want to have to do other things. Although, just to get Teddy Bees to go down here, I might invest in some other options. But for the most part, like when I first started buying vendor, if you didn't work in this, there's enough vendors I'll move on. Well, now that I've experienced some blends, it's like, I'm willing to go the extra mile for Teddy Bees, personally. I just really love her blends that much. Like, she's like Julie, just. But I have to say, like Super Tarts, if you've ever had Jaws, Jaws makes you want to make, and I have such great performance with Super Tarts that I kind of want to, I wish there was more room on my top list. Yeah, I mean, there's just so many vendors, you guys. It's hard to make a video like this because you don't want to hurt vendors' feelings because you love what they do. It's not like if money was never an option, you guys, I'd buy all the things all the time from everyone because there's something to love about every vendor. Like, there's something unique about each of them. They each have their own style. They each have their own unique blends and creations and way that they do things. And I mean, honestly, I wish I could name everyone. I do. Like, I feel so bad because I literally haven't yet tried Sweet Tooth or Candle Nurse. What I've loved I think I've only gotten like 3 things from Destination. So, but what I've had, I love. Like, I'm obsessed with Destination Wax Karma. Oh, and you know who I wish would come back because they probably would have made my list? Oh man, it would have been like a 3-way tie for 5th place. Cam Jack Wax. I loved her stuff. She did Christine from Christine sent it to me. I think it was flannel sheets. That was so good, so good. I loved it. But Destination Karma, like, I need lots of that. I love that. I am so obsessed with that. Sweet 2 Cents, that one that Lori just gifted me, Lori Hansen. Nog and Banana Bread. Oh my gosh. Like, it's right up there with Sassy Girl Aroma, Winter Biscuits, and Black Hood, and Myers Returns. I also extremely love Raspberry Mocha and French Press from Sassy Girl. Oh, and there's a couple more. I just can't think of them off the top of my head. Then I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, Beach Wedding is another one. I bought perfume in it. It was so good. Her number 540. Oh, like, Sassy Girl just has a million that are like right at the top for me. Teddy Bees, trying to think off the top of my head some of them that I'm obsessed with. Modern Farmhouse, wow. Cozy Cookie Cake, like, wow. Like, exceeds expectations. Again, that's again why I have to shift. I mean, but Pharmacist's Daughter, Rose Girls, Second and Spruce, they all have Salt Mountain Notes. They all have something that I just really love. Yeah, Salt Mountain Melts. Her Strawberry Woods is the best that I've ever tried. And I really love her milk, or is it Santa's Milk and Cookies or just Milk and Cookies? Oh, and her, her Christmas tree cakes. Oh my gosh. They all have something that, I mean, Coconut Crack from Pharmacist, Sweetheart, oh my gosh, Squeeze Me Tight, I can't. I mean, they all have something that make them just, I'm just enamored with those vendors. And, like with Second and Spruce, where there's smoke, there's Paulo. Oh my goodness, I love that so much. It's like, it reminds me a lot of Black Hood from Sassy Girl. Yeah, so you guys, I really wish I could put Hayden Rowe on there, but they're just last I checked, I didn't see them making it. I haven't checked lately, and someone told me that they were going to make wax. I'll bet you it's not like a permanent thing, like it's just a one-time thing. Once in a blue moon, so it's sad. It's sad because I really loved her wax. I mean, today is October 3rd with L3 is fantastic. Zape, like the Crypt Keeper was really good. I was trying to name some blends from those guys. I really loved, is it Sauced? It's like a cranberry, it reminds me of my cranberry sauce when I make my cranberry sauce, and it does really well. I know there's more, but yeah, like Swanky, her Angel Share was just phenomenal. Knowles, I really love Calm Down Jamal, and on Cold, I was like, yeah. Oh my gosh, on Warren, that's so phenomenal. I think Sinful Treats maybe is the name of it. I really love that one. Lavender and Speckles. Oh gosh, like Coastal Pine Cones. There's just there's several with her too. I'm just trying to think offhand. The pink espresso. I can't think of it offhand. And it's not like I can just pop. I mean, it's upstairs. She has some really good ones too. I just, forgive me, I can't think of them off the top of my head. I struggle with, I can't think of all the Teddy Bees ones either off the top of my head. But yeah, I mean, you get the, I mean, if you ever see Hayden Row bookstore, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. One of my favorite things ever. Super Tarts, if you can ever get your hands on Jaws, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Southbound, I think, yeah, it's Fright Night. Oh, I love that. If you love patchouli, that's just so good. Yeah, so I just, CQ Handcrafted Wax Melt. She did one for me. She duped, Anya duped, I forget the name of what it is now. It's a rose and rhubarb, and it was one that Lee sent me from the UK. You guys, that's one of the most intoxicating things you've ever smelled. And you may think that you don't like rose. You got to smell her blend with rhubarb. Like, it's right up there with Winter Biscuits, Black Hood, I'm telling you. And if you think, like, Sweet Tooth Scents, just that sample that I smelled, I'm not even kidding. If you think, gosh, I hope it performs really well, but if you think Nog Banana Bread, that sounds weird, oh my gosh. Kind of like Winter Biscuits with gingerbread and patchouli. Stop. Stop. It's just too good. Please get that and try that. And like, Anya, what was the name of it? St. Olaf, something in St. Olaf. I can't remember the rose and rhubarb, but you guys, it's so good. Something about St. Olaf. I don't think she changed it after that. Her, like her hat trick was really good. Yeah, anyways, I'm rambling, you guys. I might even cut some of this out. I don't know, whatever. But it's just hard for me to pick people, you guys. I feel so bad. I want to try these people so bad. Like, I haven't even gotten my nose on the Candle Nurse. I'm dying. I see all these hauls and I'm like, I'm dying. Yeah, Destination, I've loved the few things I've gotten. Traverse City, everybody makes it look so good. The Bathing Garden's so pretty. Yeah, Britta's does some neat stuff. I hear so much about some of those blends like Exorcist and some of them. I'm just like, I really want to try them. But yeah, you guys, so I'm going to tag 2 people. I'm sorry if you've already been tagged. I know as a fellow vendor wax maker, I'm going to name Anya from CQ Handcrafted Wax Melts, Wickless with Curly Q. So Anya, I tag you for your top 5 favorite vendors, and Tara from Tara's Fragrance World. I'm nominating you because I know you love vendors as well. And yeah, so I'm anxious to see what you girls think, even though I know, I'm pretty sure I know one of them that both of you are going to name. So, and I'm actually anxious to hear you talk about why you love them. And Anya, one of your favorites, I feel like they deserve the mention because I didn't have enough spots. So I just want to make sure you get your top favorites out there too. So, and why? So you guys, thank you so much. And yeah, hope it was fun to even hear some of my favorite blends from those guys. I haven't talked about them, but even if they didn't make my list, I hope that it's fun to hear some of the ones that I love from those vendors. Yeah, so thanks guys, and we'll see you soon.